What is good, everybody? What is good? What is good? What is good? Hey, up in here, man. I told you, bring a mic, T-Smooth TV. Look at Eastside Harold. He faithful. He love them Texans, but he faithful up in here. He love burgers and blitzes. He called beers and blitzes, but you know it's burgers and blitzes.
I mean,
Blue thing. Michael, it's beer and blitzes too. He got his drink. I got my drink. So, you feel me? So, however you want to do it. What's up, Ed Lockhart? How you doing, Texas Twister? What's good with you? Chelsea James Smith, what's good with you? How you doing? The Ninja, my dog, C. Burleson, Sim Jamal, keep coming in the building. Keep coming in the building. It's
my masculinity is so toxic, I'm drinking a Bud Light pink lemonade seltzer.
Yeah, he did it. Well, hey, don't trip because Kid Rock was doing all that dumb shit and he was drinking. They caught him drinking Bud Light on the damn Bud Light somewhere else. So just shut up, Kid Rock.
The day I let any fucking politician or celebrity tell me what I can and can't drink or whatever, this day I fucking roll over and die.
Right. Well, hey, it's Burgers and Blitzes, man, and today it's the 53-man roster finale. Because I already did two. I did another one, and I'm pretty strong with my names. And I've seen a lot of names in the streets, and I'm pretty strong with my names when I drop. But there might be some changes after this damn game. We're going to talk about that. But first, we got to talk about what everybody and their mama been talking about, that damn trade that happened with Trey Lance coming over to the Dallas Cowboys. He's officially a Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys gave a 4th-round draft pick for him. Obviously, they're talking about, that he's got to get the 5th-year option. He's not in that, and we'll see if the Cowboys hold it. I've already expressed my thoughts, and you can go to my late night hype, and I'm gonna bounce off of you, Big Mike. But what's your thoughts on Trey Lance? We'll talk about the game and Dak Prescott and things of that nature. But what's your initial thoughts of Trey Lance and this whole thing?
I mean, I love it. I don't understand what there is to not like about it. Is he raw? Yeah. I mean, he's got like 750 snaps his entire freaking career, including high school. He's raw as all hell. But the 4th-round pick, and have people not been clamoring for years and 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 years that we needed to do something better with the backup quarterback position. Then they finally did it, and they're like, wait, no, not like that. Like, what'd you... like, here's your food. No, I don't want that. I don't want McDonald's. I want Wendy's. It's still fast food. It's still a backup quarterback. What'd you expect, man? Like, you want to go... I'm going to give up a 4th-round pick for Josh Allen. What do they expect out here? And what I don't like is them cutting Greer over Rush.
Yeah,
that's what I don't.
Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about that. Yeah, my thoughts have changed, but we've been doing this the last couple of weeks, Mike, and you've been on Greer, and I've been like, I like Greer. I want to take him, but he just does too many goofy things. But then we're going to talk about that game here in a minute. And I was like, oh, see, if you play like that, Will Greer, I want to keep you over Rush. If you play like that, you feel me?
Dude, if he had 5 games of that, he'd get a $30 million contract.
Bruh, if he played like that, because his play wasn't bad the first 2 games, but I told you he just made them goofy mistakes. And I'm like, I don't like that.
That's part of it. The man has unbridled confidence.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what keep him off. What's up, Willie? What's up, everybody in the building? That's what would keep him off because of those goofy chances, because the Cowboys would be like, we got to be a little safe here. He might be a little erratic, so we got to be a little safe here. And that's why I was looking at it from that perspective. But we're going to talk about that. But let me give you my quick thoughts on Trey Lance. I totally agree with you, Mike. We've been wanting a backup. Cooper Rush ain't no backup for the future, right? Will Greer ain't bad. I wouldn't mind Dak Prescott, Will Greer, and Trey Lance. You feel good about them 3 up in there. You feel me? because you got somebody who can attack, do things of that nature. So I wouldn't be mad at that. So yeah, we've been wanting a backup, a quality backup for Dak. And here's the thing. I want to see what's your thoughts about this. What's good, Benjamin Robinson, Paul Raw Dog? But here's the thing. I want to ask you this, Mike. When Romo was with the organization, right? For about 3 or 4, maybe 5 years, they weren't really going hard to get a backup. They ain't really want to challenge him. They just let him do his thing.
He was a golden child. They they didn't want anybody else in the building.
They didn't want nobody messing with him. But after injury-prone years, injury after injury, and falling short in playoffs, I feel like they were like, we need to we'll get somebody for the future, just in case. Okay? Romo, Dak comes in. We obviously saw what happened, right? Now, I'm not saying that that's this scenario, but you said it here on the show that Dak has been hurt. You said, I need Dak to be healthy because he's been hurt the last 2 or 3 years, right? The same pattern kind of happened with Romo. The last years of his I'm listening. The last of his years, he was hurt. He was hurt, guy, and they were falling short. Now, Dak Prescott had a little bit of injuries. All I'm saying is this. I'm not saying Trey Lance is coming in here to challenge his job right now. I'm not even saying that. I said that before. But I feel like they got Trey Lance because they're like, okay, we're going all in on the season. We got everything you want. We got rid of Kellen Moore. We got everything you want. Now we're going to watch. We're going to watch and see what happens these next couple of years. And if it doesn't pan out like we want with Dak Prescott there, now we feel like we might have a guy that can legitimately come in and be the next quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. People going crazy on Twitter. He can't compete for Dak Prescott. I know that, but they got 2 years. What's your thoughts?
They don't have, 2 years for Lance.
Well, I'm saying you got 2 more years on Dak Prescott before.
Oh, no, you got more than that. Either Dak's gone this offseason and they take a massive cap hit next year, like a massive, like $65 million dead cap hit.
They're not going to do that.
Or they extend him. That's your 2 options. Those are your 2 options right there.
Here's the thing: if they extend them, will they extend them with a opening for Trey Lance, the kind of extension where a few years we extend you, but in a couple years after that we can still move on? Is it going to be that type of extension?
I know they're working on it. I know that. I can tell you that much. Allegedly, it's all been quiet. It's all been quiet on the Western Front. The way they move. But y'all don't go benefit of being in the stream. Y'all don't go tagging me in this nonsense. But they are working on a Dak extension as we speak. Now,
right, so
when anything come of it, you know how that shit goes. Hell, it took them 3 years to sign him last time. So I have no idea, but I do know that they are working.
So let me ask you this. This in your mind, in no way do they feel that this is a threat to Dak Prescott within the next couple of years? Or are they looking at Trey Lance as the future? Yes or no?
They saw Cooper Rush's floor is his ceiling. They know what they got there. That's a known quantity. I guess they don't like like a lot of people don't. They don't like as high as Will Grier can get, his floor is lower than Cooper Rush's. Now, granted, Cooper Rush ain't going to convert a third down, and damn sure ain't going to convert a third down with his legs, much less a third and long. But that's a known commodity there, and they're sweet on him. Fuck, he's been here. I feel like Cooper Rush has been here 10 years, dude.
Yeah, he's been like here like 4 or 5 years.
He's been here forever. That dude's been around. Dude, that dude's been around since Steve Berline. Right. But the Trey Lance situation, no, it's not remotely about Dak. Now, at the same breath, it's
not at all. Not at all.
Not at all. But it's going to sound like I'm double talking here. Is it not smart to hedge your bets? Is it not smart if you have a chance to pick up an extremely raw quarterback who's younger than all but 4 quarterbacks that got drafted this year? He's 2 years younger than Levis. He's a year or two. Hendon Hooker. He's a year younger than Levis. He would be right there with C.J. Stroud.
He's young. He's 2 years younger than Hendon Hooker.
Yeah, Hendon Hooker. Yeah, and they spent a 2 on him, and he's got a blown out knee. So, what's that versus a 4th round pick? Now, I said it on Twitter. What I wish they would have done, I wish they would have traded the 2nd, because we actually pretty good at drafting in the 4th round.
Right.
Right.
Maybe that's why they did it, because we so successful in the 4th. We're like, well, this is a good trade-off. This is a quarterback where we don't have to go in the 1st round. We don't have to go with somebody we don't have any knowledge of. We have knowledge of Trey Lance. We've seen him in the NFL. We had a 2nd round grade on him. We looked at him from afar, and now we can scoop him. This is just me, Mike. You might have a better perspective on this than me, but this is just me. I'm not saying this is no immediate threat to Dak right now, but in my opinion, this is the organization saying, hey, if the next couple of years or the next few years we keep falling short and we just did all this, now if this guy develops and we decide to move on, we have a guy that can do it.
Disagree. I see the logic, though. I disagree with you, but I see your train of thought. I understand what you're saying there, but I disagree.
Tell me why you disagree.
I disagree on it actually being a reality. Like I said, it's smart business to hedge your bet. Mm-hmm. You do have a backup on the line, so Dak gets struck by lightning, or some shit like that, and they lose it. They walk, contract goes sideways, whatever the case may be, and they lose it. You have something in the hole. Now that something you have in the hole, you have no idea what he is. You have no idea what he is.
Right.
So you're going down to the quarterback tree and shaking it, and you're picking up whatever falls on the ground. What is that? What is that? And that's what gives me the trepidation to say that it's not putting the guy that couldn't beat out Sam Darnold is not putting any pressure on Dak. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
But I heard some other things though that contradict what that says about he couldn't beat out Sam Darnold.
Kyle Shanahan hates him. He never wanted him.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't believe couldn't beat out Sam Darnold. I don't believe that, in my opinion. Just me, my opinion. I don't believe that.
I know some people who were at a couple of the practices, and they said it looked worse than 2016 Dak in practice. Remember how Dak couldn't hit the barn?
Right,
couldn't hit the barn.
What? Dak has never been a good practice player either.
He has been in recent years, but that year he was abysmal. And then they put him out there in preseason, and then bingo, bango, we're off to the races.
But let me ask you this though, Mike. Is it a situation also because Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch stick their neck out for this guy for 3 first-round picks, and it's not ready right now, and they don't got time because you could get fired if you keep on believing in this guy, and we're trying to win now because guess what? They've been failing in the playoffs too. They got a lot of pressure on them too. San Francisco,
despite having the best team in the league, they haven't got it done.
And they haven't got it done. So there's hella pressure on them. So doesn't it say to me, Mike, that you have Brock Purdy, right? We don't want to go with Trey Lance because our jobs are on the line. We rather go with a veteran and try to.
Ain't nobody in San Francisco getting fired. Kyle Shanahan's a GM. He ain't gonna fire himself.
Okay.
Ownership may fire John Lynch.
That's what I'm saying, though. John Lynch is probably saying, Trey Lance or Sam Darnold, I don't want to lose my job. I got to go with Sam Darnold, a veteran, if Brock Purdy goes down.
I've always thought Sam Darnold while we're on this subject, I've always thought Sam Darnold was a little better than he was ever given credit for.
Right. He's not terrible.
Do I think he's a freaking top 10 quarterback? No. Are they probably going to win with him? No. But we've seen him. Hell, we've seen him come to town and blow our fucking doors off. Turn him into prime Mike Vick out there.
Well, he didn't do that with Carolina, though. We kicked his ass.
I'm just saying.
I know. I remember the New York game.
That's more than Trey Lance has ever done in the league.
You're right. That's what I'm saying. And that's why I feel like John Lynch was like, and he even said, hey, we owned it. It didn't work. And I just feel like he would have kept Trey, but his job is on the line.
Well, he got bullied. he got bullied out of picking Mac Jones. Like,
Right.
people don't remember that. So that's an actual. I'm sure y'all seen me say that online. That's an actual thing. He was gonna pick Mac Jones, and he got made fun of and got his feelings hurt because he was getting bullied online. That's how sensitive a knee-jerk reaction. You know, us millennials were super sensitive to bullying. So he bailed on that and went and traded their future, which one of those picks could have been Micah Parsons, which imagine Micah Parsons on the Niners, how terrifying that would be.
Right.
And now they got some dude that they never wanted. And then he got his finger hurt the rookie year, and they sent him out there with that busted finger because who cares at this point? You know, go play, whatever, get out of my face. And look what happened. He got it even more busted, and he's never been given a fair shot. He's never been given a fair shot.
He's never had a chance there.
That's why I wanted him to play Saturday. Because you're not going to see this dude.
Right.
Unless something horrible happens to Dak, or they have the division locked up with 2 to go, so he gets an end of the year start. You may never ever see this dude step on the actual game field as a Dallas Cowboy. What's the odds of him even being on the roster next year? At this point, I know we're literally 357 days away from roster cuts next year. So I know we got time, but think about it that way. I don't know why they didn't play him. I get giving Greer a shot and the flight and yada yada, but can the kid still run? Because that's what he made his name on. Can he still run? You ain't got to know the offense, know how to take off, dude. So yes, he has less than 300 snaps. He has 750 snaps all the way counting high school. He's raw. He's raw.
He's raw,
yeah.
dog.
He might be the rawest. Josh Allen was up there, but then this dude made Josh. Didn't they go to the same school?
Who, Josh Allen? No, it was him and Carson
Wouldn't
Wentz.
they both North Dakota State?
Carson Wentz.
Oh, hell, that's right. Josh Allen was in
Josh went to Wyoming.
Same thing. Cold, bunch of white people. Same thing.
But hey, North Dakota State is a little bit smaller than Wyoming as far as
for sure.
school. So you
for sure.
Absolutely. Let's even talk about it. He only really had 1 year in North Dakota State where he turned up. He didn't even really play the next year. So he's only really had 1 year of football. So he's hella raw.
So he's played half a preseason game in the NFL.
Right. Well, he start a couple games in NFL before he got hurt.
I thought he busted his finger in the preseason.
Because I
could be misremembered. I thought he busted his finger in the preseason,
and then he tore that ankle up, and then they said they.
Then they said that. Yeah, he got that. He went out there with a busted finger in the season that was already busted and tore his leg, and then I think he got the Dak Prescott thing, if I remember right. It was a compound fracture. Fucked his leg all up.
Yeah, messed them all out. Messed them all up. So, you know what I mean? He's super raw. I'm just saying this. If I'm hearing you and I heard that in the air that the contract extension's in work, I'm happy about that. But just for me, Mike, I'm gonna just keep a real dog. Just me. I feel like he's still there, right there. They just didn't get him to say, "Oh, we're gonna develop you for a few years and flip you for a pick." That's not the Dallas Cowboy way. They wanted somebody that could possibly be a future guy, just in case. That's my opinion.
Can we talk about the Dallas Cowboy way and how it may change and how I may end up eating crow on this whole offense ain't going to change thing?
Yeah. You is going to eat some crow because the Cowboy way has changed.
I will eat it on live stream with ranch and hot sauce and a fucking smile because what are the odds of this team completely flipping the way they've done business the last 27 years?
Even getting Trey Lance.
In one offseason. What's the odds of them continuing on as they've been going or completely 180% flipping on how they do business? Because that seems to be what's happening. Not even 1 year, freaking 6 months.
Mike McCarthy effect, though.
Dude, mustard lasagna tiger, boy. That's what I said. That dude is really good 6 days a week. He's really good 6 days a week. I love him 6 days a week. I don't like him on Sundays.
Well, you better like him on Sunday because he's going to prove you wrong. Damn it.
Good,
yeah.
Usually when I'm right about this team, it's bad. I want to be wrong.
Good. I want you to be wrong on this because I like Mike McCarthy. He used to kick our ass, and I want him to kick other teams' ass now. So, you feel me? So, but I just feel like the shift has changed since Mike McCarthy has got there in 2020. We're doing a lot more things that we haven't done since Mike McCarthy is there, and that's a fact.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a
absolutely.
fact.
Hey, kid, go ahead, bub. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just jumping. I'm chomping at the bit to talk about the best OC the Cowboys have ever had on Saturday.
Oh, let's get
it. That's the best offensive coordinating job I've ever seen come out of this game.
Let's talk about that.
Well, my boy was on fire.
So let me ask you. So I'm gonna give you a 2-part question on this, Mike, on that. Okay. Number one, I loved what happened, right? We loved how Dak was in his bag. You feel me? Like, damn, like it was immaculate. Now, you said something to me a little while back, though, how Mike McCarthy likes to put it on his coordinators and back off and this, if something messes up, it ain't me. Is this a situation?
He's always right next to the fire, but never hold matches.
Okay, well, is this a situation when he gave Dak Prescott the playbook to say, hey, well, if it goes crazy, is that a little bit of that, or is that no?
It's a perfect Mike McCarthy thing. It's a perfect example of what I'm talking about with him. Was letting Dak be the OC a fantastic idea? Absolutely it was. But all summer it's going to be on the quarterback's going to be calling the plays. The quarterback's going to be calling the plays. So if something goes haywire, he's always standing right next to the fire and holding the can of gas in a handful of matches, and everybody just goes, it was the other guy. He's always trouble adjacent, but never right there.
Oh, so you think that? Do you think this is that move?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's why I want.
Absolutely. I mean, don't you think that?
I mean, I as soon as he said Dak was calling the plays, I thought of you.
Yeah.
You brought it to me, so I instantly thought of you when he said, "Oh."
Like I love the fact he called plays.
I love the fact he was calling plays. He was in his bag, but then I thought of you when he said, "Hey, McCarthy be trying to put it on other people, so when it goes down, he like, what ain't on me."
He spent the entire offseason throwing Kellen under the bus every chance he got.
I ain't mad at that though. I ain't mad at
knowing good and well he knows where the call was coming from. Knowing good and well.
He had the book right there.
Knowing good and well where the call was coming from.
But he was talking shit about Kellen, but he ain't really want Kellen though, Mike, and you know that.
No, he was forced on him. But also, once again, McCarthy, he was okay. He was okay with it being forced on him. He could have said, "No, Kellen's got to go, or I'm not taking the job."
But he was kissing ass to get that job, though, Mike.
It's also less responsibility,
right?
That's the Mike McCarthy thing. Yes, Kellen was forced on Mike McCarthy, but he could have said no. He easily could have said no. They weren't going to pass him up. They only looked at one dude. They didn't even interview anybody else. They didn't talk to anybody else. He was already their guy. They were locked in. He was their Cooper Rush.
But don't you think there would have been a lot more pushback when he initially came on because they believed in Kellen? They did. Mike.
They did. You know why they believed in Kellen?
Right.
Because they can control him. He's used to the Cowboy way.
Right.
We don't want Mike McCarthy coming in here and going spread option, a West Coast offense, and throwing the ball around all over the place and risking the ball. Kellen knows what they want. He knows the drum beat. He knows how to march. I refuse to believe that Kellen Moore, the dude who designed the freaking modern Rams offense when he was still in college at Boise State, wants to run the ball on 2nd and 13. I refuse to believe that. And were we running a lot of hitch routes? Yeah. Well, when your fastest wide receiver runs a 4.56 and your offensive line's busted, what, you want to send him on double moves? Go scrape Dak off the pavement? Because that's what's going to happen. He was in a rock and a hard place. I think it was time for them to move on because, like you said, I mean, there was some strife there between the OC, and some players. Not going to name anybody's names, but rub 2 pennies together if you got them, and you'll figure out who I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. There was some strife there, but what happens when you work for a shit company or you don't like the direction it's going? Is your immediate ire at the owner or middle management? You blame the guy that you can see. You get mad at the guy you can see, not the guy that's in his ivory tower 3 times removed from the situation. 49ers don't have burners. What? That's so when you're looking at your direct manager, and that's where the problem came to be, and that's why. But that's also why McCarthy was okay with Kellen staying. That's less for me to do. That's less for me to take in. And then I started, when they said Mike McCarthy's going to call. Remember, and was it like dude? It was barely Super Bowl, barely been over. I think the confetti was still falling, and they said Mike McCarthy's going to call plays, right? So you mean to tell me the guy that can't keep ahead of the clock routinely messes up 2-minute drill situations, fumbles on challenges, and doesn't know what's going on 4th down is also going to call the plays? And look what happened. It got closer. The months went by. Well, Dak, he has that quote. I'm a Hall of Fame quarterback coach. I believe the quarterback, should be the one out there, calling the plays and running the offense. Well, if you believe that, what you been doing the last 3 years, homie?
Do you like Mike McCarthy, dog?
I like him 6 days a week. I told you that. I really appreciate what he does.
Sundays.
Nope. I don't think he's the least bit of an advantage on Sunday. And that's the only thing your head coach is supposed to be. I like that he's cautious with the GPS stuff. I like the fact that he doesn't blow the guys out. I like the fact that he's conscientious of the whole aura and chi, if you will, of the locker room and the hope and the cohesiveness, and everybody makes fun of his mojo moments. Man, players love that shit.
Right.
You play football, we love that type of stuff.
I know the players like him, though. The players like him.
Yeah, they do. They do like him. But I don't think when you go up, if we're going to, I know it's a high bar, but I'm making an example for Kyle Shanahan. If we're going to play the 49ers. Say we got equal teams. Say they don't have a better team than us when they have had a better team than us. Kyle Shanahan runs circles around that dude. And you know what Kyle Shanahan still does? Because every freaking coach does it. Messes up 2-minute drills, messes up challenges, calls timeouts at the wrong time. But I don't care about other coaches. I want my coach to be the good one. I don't care if you go screw your game up. Go screw your game up all you want. But I have zero faith and that's why I was really, really stressing and freaking out about Mike McCarthy's going to call the plays. The guy was already getting tripped up by the game when he had zero responsibilities. And now they said he was going to call the plays, which now turns out he's not calling the plays. Dak's calling the plays. And could you imagine that headset? Dude, you got 100,000 people, with everybody yelling, and Mike McCarthy comes over, split right 14, barbecue sauce. Like, what'd you say, dude?
He did say, "Oh, what's up? My son's in." He said, "I love you, Dad." I got to put that up there. Sorry, I got to give my son that love right there. There you go, my son. I love you too, big dog. I appreciate you. And you better stop running because we need to hook up. And I'm tired of you playing them games. So get your ass up on here and meet me. You hear that? I know you heard that, son. I love you. Make sure you see your dad because it's been too long. Just want to throw that out there. But I feel you, Mike. I'm not gonna lie, but I like Mike McCarthy. I'm gonna listen to what you said because I don't agree with you, but I'm going to watch what you said 6 days a week, 7 game day. I'm gonna watch what you said intently this week, and I'm going to look to see if that is accurate.
Yeah, okay. It is. And okay. I know I kind of razz him on Twitter, but I call him Mustard Tiger, and I've given him nothing but fucking props about how he's changed the culture of this team, how he's changed that front office was a freaking colander when he showed up, and he spent his first 2 years here erroneously leaking little rumors. He sent it to somebody who'd send it to somebody. That article comes out, that person gets ran. There are people who are no longer allowed in that building. If you think about it, anybody in chat thinks about it. Think about the roster turnover that's been on the Cowboys media and reporters. Think about it. The draft show, through all of it, all Derek Eagleton's team, through everybody. Think about the changeover that's happened in the last 2 years. 75, 80%, and that's probably being a little low on the staff. I know some people went on to bigger opportunities, but some people got moved on. Case in point, Jane Slater got her damn press play filled.
Yeah,
Everybody
I mean,
wanted to tell you that didn't
you don't
happen.
even hear about Jane Slater no
They
more.
said she had to go work in New Orleans.
Damn. I know you don't even. Jane Slater was the lady on there.
She went back. And guess what happened? She showed back up when it was time to carry that water for Zeke. That was embarrassing. She did. She was simping for them to get back in the building. We ain't hear hide nor hair of her talking about Cowboy stuff until the whole Zeke thing. The Zeke was going to be on his way out potentially situation. She had that crazy ass tweet about he's not washed and look at this 11 touchdowns. This that type situation. So I hate to put names out there, but she did, and what she said was the truth. Honestly, the defensive locker room was going to kill that dude. They hated Mike Nolan. There was no question about it. But the fact that it got out, it got her ran. And I actually applaud her for running the story because she knew what was going to happen. She lit her own, strapped herself to a tree and lit the match. But you think about it, a certain other guy, you ain't see hide nor hair of him around that building in years. So I really appreciate the fact that that's what he's done. But on Sundays or Mondays or sometimes Thursdays, if you will, I do not think he's a tactical advantage. He's a better than Jason Garrett, which, my God, that's a low bar to cross over, but he still is better than Jason Garrett.
I like Mike McCarthy, though. I like him. I hope he proves. I feel you. I know you don't dislike him. Sunday. I feel you, but I'm going to intently watch this every week on what you said, and I'm gonna evaluate it from you because I do believe you on what you say because you do have some stuff. So I'm gonna definitely listen to what you say. So we done got all that out. Now it's time to jump on this 53-man roster, dog.
Yes, sir.
So let's pull this up. I'm gonna do this right quick. We got us both down here at the bottom, so y'all can see what's up, Action Pal. You know what I'm saying? What's good with everybody? I pushed this down, and now we are on. Let's see. Let me make sure I'm up on here. Okay, yeah. Now we up. What's up, Von Dale? What's good with you? So now 53-man roster, dog, and we're gonna go through it. Me and Mike White. I did it. I did two of them. I did my revised Friday, and I think it was pretty damn good. I think I'm pretty close, in my opinion. But we're gonna see. So let's jump right now, Mike, to quarterbacks. Obviously, we know Dak. Are they going to keep Cooper Rush over Will Grier?
Yes.
Is it just because of trust?
Unless they just go straight up knee jerk. I mean, once again, I disagree with the decision. But they could not wait to get Cooper Rush back from New York. They couldn't wait.
I know.
That dude was picked up. That dude was picked up for his plane even took off. So there's that. I would be shocked. I would be absolutely shocked. They're not doing the cuts until late Tuesday, and they're going to do them all.
Cuts is Tuesday after 4.
Once again, Mustard Tiger. They ain't nothing. You may get something around noon.
You're not hearing nothing. You're not going to hear nothing. You're not going to hear nothing. You're just going to see the cuts.
Once again,
you're just going to see the cuts.
Being a good person that he is, but also away from the trouble, he personally notifies these guys that they're being released. He did it to Will Grier. As soon as they picked up Trey Lance, he was the first one to call Will Grier. Say, you're getting the full go on Saturday. Let you put some tape out there. But the bad news is, so that's why I think, unless something drastically changes, Grier's good as gone.
Right. And after that performance, when I seen that offense run like that, I told you the only thing that kept me keeping Will Grier off was because of those goofy. But didn't they say though, Mike, that the third quarterback doesn't count against the 53-man roster? That's what I've been hearing in the streets.
I can't answer that one honestly. I don't know. I don't want to say that.
I've been hearing that in the streets, so that's what I want to look at. and that's why I kept him on my roster because people were saying that you can that because they rechanged that rule because for that third quarterback because people were crying that you couldn't have that third quarterback on there during the season, and so I think they revised it. But I'm gonna go check on that. And people in the chat, y'all the smart ones, check on that for me. But let's just say right now you got Will Greer. I'm sorry, not Will Greer. Dak Prescott, Cooper Rush, and Trey Lance. Those are your three, right? Three quarterbacks. Let's go to running backs. I'm going to say Tony Pollard, Rico Dowdell, Deuce Vaughn. What's your thoughts?
Agree. I think Malik Davis is the odd man out there.
He's the odd man out practice squad.
Yep.
Now we got Hunter Lupke. I still think he
gets 53.
53. He makes it
53.
Over who?
Over who? The third tight end.
So you're gonna say somebody said Chris Killen said McEwen's
because you know why he does it special teams because Kelvin Joseph's getting cut.
Kevin Joseph, okay, that's good because that's something we're gonna talk about that here. So me personally, I'm gonna hear you, but this is what I'm saying in my opinion, Mike. You said he's gonna make the 53. Now Stephen Jones had an affinity for Hunter Lupke before training camp even started, so I'm gonna say that. But what I'm gonna say is this though, Mike. Hunter Lupke just did it this last game against backups. He's going to make the 53-man roster. He's done nothing the first two games. He has this game against backups. Now all of a sudden he's going to make the 53, Mike.
Who was the OC this last game?
Okay.
There's your answer. And Mike McCarthy likes having a little – Dak is a fan to Andy Reid. And Mike McCarthy's always had some fullback – pass catching special teams guy that he's toyed with. So that's how he makes the roster. He's going to play. He's going to be special teams, and he's going to be whatever you want to call. You want to call him a running back. You want to call him fullback. Hell, call him a tight end. I don't give a crap. But
so go ahead.
No, that's it. And with the way the offensive line is, with the way they want to run this zone blocking, which they've been doing with the pin and pull,
you're going to trust the rookie.
I mean, what else do you? Who would you keep over him?
You wouldn't keep McEwen.
McEwen's going to practice squad. He's going to practice squad.
Okay, so basically, they're going to keep Lupke because they're fearing that somebody will scoop him and just put McEwen on the practice squad because ain't nobody going to take McEwen.
At the risk of being that guy, it's like, oh, you can't cut him; he won't make it. I genuinely believe, especially with recency bias and the way the brains work in the NFL. If they were to cut Lupke, somebody would get him. I genuinely believe that.
Okay. Now, here's Benjamin Robinson. He says the third QB doesn't count against the 46 on game day. It does count against the 53. Plus, the only way a third QB can play is if you have an injury to QB 1 or 2. Good job. See, that's why I say the people in the chat be having that bomb right there. So I appreciate you right there, Benjamin, on that good note. So I feel what you're saying, Mike. What you said when you just broke that down about that, because I was already thinking McEwen could get cut because of John Stevens. Mm-hmm. You feel me? What's up, Mr. Cowboy? I was saying he could get cut, but because he can do so many different things, I was saying maybe he makes it, and maybe Hendershot maybe is gone because he's the same as John Stevens, but Stevens is hurt now. So you're thinking that they're going to go 3 tight ends because they don't want Hunter Lupke getting taken by anybody, correct?
Carrying any more than 3 tight ends would be you can go all the way back.
But hasn't Mike McCarthy kept 4?
I think no, no, not active. I think I went back to 99, and the most the Cowboys have ever carried was 4. And in several of those situations, it was like Dalton Schultz is on IR. They had I'm talking 4 on the roster, period.
Right.
So I don't see them carrying 4 tight ends. That would be an anomaly as far as this team goes. And matter of fact, it's not even smart business to do it. And speaking of John Stevens, Jones, Charlotte Anderson Jr. the third, kind of dodged the bullet there with him getting hurt. I hate it for him. But if it actually worked out, if he was going to be healthy, we were going to lose one of the Henny shot counts.
Hendershot was going to get cut.
We were going to lose one of the Hendershot twins. Yeah, we were going to lose one of them.
Hendershot was going to get cut.
It was either him or Fergie. It was one of them.
Fergie wasn't getting cut because he's tied in number one. He was not getting cut.
I'm just saying it was going to be one of those guys because the Keans will make the practice squad. Somebody would have picked one of those dudes up
instantly. That's why I said I don't want to see John Stevens get hurt, but it was a blessing because you kept Hendershot, because somebody would scoop Hendershot. As soon as he was released on waivers, they'd have picked him up within 2.5 seconds.
Once again, it's because I realized I just had my fantasy draft last night, so I understand the severity of how down bad the tight end position is. That's why I was so pissed that they went and get that second round pick, because you were fine at tight end. Here's the unfortunate truth.
It complicated everything.
Yeah, there's two. There's two tight ends, and one of them's hurt guy. There's literally two. And then everybody else is just kind of, they'll have a week or two here or there. They'll have a month or two here or there. Like, I got Waller on my team. I don't like it, but what else the hell am I going to do? I'm not taking Kelsey in the second or the first round. Right. You know, the position is just, there's less. It's awful. We talk about how bad the offensive line play is across the league. Tight end might be the most down bad position in the league. And I don't think I really don't think that's a stretch to say that.
Well,
it's bad because it's so hard. It's so hard. It's such a hard of a transfer because now you're going against every week. Say I don't care. Say you came from freaking Alabama. Every single weekend, you're going up against somebody. If their team played Alabama, they would beat Alabama 75-0. Y'all wouldn't even make it past the 50. You're not, and now it's not some future lawyer at linebacker. It's freaking Fred Warner. You know what I mean? Like the talent jump and what they're asked to do is just so incredibly massive. That's why when I saw something we had, I think combined they had like maybe 600 yards last year between Kenny Shot. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But you had zero investment in them. You didn't even draft one of them.
Right.
And then you went and tripled down technically at your deepest offensive position. And it, like you said, it complicated everything. It made things, if John Stevens, Jones Anderson Jr. III did get hurt, they would be in a hell of a mess. They would be in a hell of a mess right now.
A big pickle right now, because I was hearing Stephen Jones said Stevens was making the team.
Yeah, his name. They loved him. For some reason, and he showed up out of nowhere. He showed, like, all of a sudden, everybody's like, John Stevens. You start hearing whispers, hey, they like this John Stevens kid. It's like, is it because his name? Because what am I missing? What did he do? What did he do? To jump the depth chart. What did he do? I must have missed it. I must have been sleeping or something. He had a touchdown. Congratulations.
He did look all right, though.
I mean, Will Greer had 4 touchdowns yesterday, and they're going to cut him.
Yeah. But I think the potential was, though, when we saw him, we saw movement. He had speed. He was a 4.6 guy. He was a receiver converted to a tight end. And when you see the potential of that, maybe that oozes more than. That's why I was saying they would keep him over McEwen, because McEwen don't have no upside.
No juice.
He's just a steady player.
No juice. He's going to take. He was our special teams guy, and that's where that ties back to Lupke. That's now Lupke's roster spot.
Right, because you can cut a McEwen and ain't nobody gonna pick him up.
No, ain't nobody gonna pick him up. No.
Yeah, ain't nobody.
If they do, then cool, whatever.
Right. You're not gonna cry over that.
No, right. We'll be okay. It's not John Ridgeway.
Don't mention him no more. I told you don't do that. Anyway, so we got Dak, Cooper, and Trey Lance. That's 3. Then we're going 4 on the running backs with Pollard, Dowdell, Deuce Vaughn, and Hunter Luepke now.
Yes.
Right? So we got 7 right there. Okay. Then let's hit these receivers. We know about the 3 main guys: Gallup, Cooks, Lamb. Do they go 6 or do they go 5 right here? Is Brooks or Simi Fehoko, in your opinion, going to make the roster?
Brooks over Fehoko.
So if
they keep either one,
5?
I'm not sure either one's safe.
They might go 5. I was saying Brooks over Simi, but then when I'm seeing these other spots, especially on defense, because you can cut Simi Fehoko and Jalen Brooks, and I think they'll both clear waivers.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're both going to clear waivers.
Absolutely.
Jalen Brooks is going to clear waivers. I believe so.
Absolutely.
So that's why they may go 5, Mike. You think they go 5?
I don't want to cheat and Google. Gut feeling. I think they do 6, but this is me. Don't like anybody in the chat. Like, I'm not looking at how many wide receivers they typically carry, and I don't know offhand, but I think they go 6, just trying to figure out what they got, and it'll probably switch up a couple times by October.
Yeah, because
September is a real preseason. We talked about it several. September is a real preseason. Let's get in there in live action and see what the hell you got.
I think they may go 5, big dog. I just have
this they very well may, because they're deep at they're deep at safety. They're deep at edge.
Yes.
They're shallow at linebacker, so they don't have to carry a lot. Like Malik Jefferson's getting cut.
Yeah, and I like Malik Jefferson, but I think he'll go to practice squad because he's been bounced around.
Can he make it? Can he get to the practice squad healthy? We need to get him a wheelchair or something.
I mean, he did get hurt, so yeah, that wasn't good. But we're gonna go light at linebacker just for the safeties because we got that motherfucking Thomas dude done changed everything.
Yeah.
Right? He changed everything. You feel me? So I'm gonna say 5 receivers. I went 6, and I said Brooks will make it a few days ago. But when I see Brooks and Simi didn't distinguish themselves in preseason, though, so I could see them going 5 and saying, "We'll just cut both of you. You're not going to get picked up. We'll bring you back on."
Yeah, there ain't nobody picking up Simi.
Nobody's picking up Simi. I don't think nobody's picking up Jalen Brooks. He went in the 7th round. He ran a 4.7.
Not at all. But if like in that scenario, I had to pick one, I would have picked Brooks.
Right. I'll pick Brooks too, but I'm gonna count. I went 6 first on my last, but I'm gonna go 5 on this one. I'm going 5 receivers.
And here's the thing that's gonna make shit difficult. This is the offensive line, and how many tackles they decide to carry.
That's what I mean. That's the offense and defensive line. Because the safeties are the spots.
My guy, Amir Richardson, is looking like the future left tackle, dude. We've been talking about him. Everybody was on my. I talked about him since preseason game 1. I said, man, that kick step looking nice. Everybody,
he needs to do is get stronger.
I mean, he was going against Jacksonville's ones.
Yeah. The only thing he needs to do is continue.
He's only
athletic ability be there.
He's only 22.
Yes, the athletic ability is there, and he's long.
Yeah,
he's long. He looks the part.
I don't like him at guard. I like him at left tackle. He just needs to fill out a little bit. They got him listed at 305. I'd be surprised if
he don't look. Yeah,
I'd be surprised if that's where he's sitting.
I like him though.
Yeah,
I like him.
And TJ Bass.
Oh,
you got another
TJ Bass. We're gonna talk about him. That's what I mean. And so I had 9 offensive linemen when I did my last one because I kept Bass off because I wanted to go long on the defense. But I feel like Bass has done enough to make it. And what pisses me off is that they're keeping Let's Go. He needs to be cut, in my opinion.
Yeah, Let's Go.
He needs to be cut.
You know what I called him last time we did the stream? I said, let's go hit the quarterback.
Yeah, Let's Go.
Go on, get.
Oh, I'm over Let's Go.
Dude, I need some salt.
This first game.
I throw some salt
over him.
Go away.
I'm over him. I'm over Let's Go. He should be cut. I would keep the Alex Taylor preload over him.
Yeah, I would literally take a freaking road cone over him.
He's 7th round pick from North Dakota. Why are we still talking about him?
Because when they feel some type, they're not immune to this, and no team is, unfortunately. When they feel some type of way about a guy, they just.
I would keep Ball over Let's Go at the guard. He didn't play bad at guard, in my opinion.
I think Ball's hurt. I think Ball's
hurt. He's hurt. Yeah. Well, he's going to IR, so it don't matter.
Yeah.
He hurt, so it don't matter about him. But Let's Go needs to be cut. Period. People talking about, he's trending up. No, he's not. Not in my opinion. No, he's not.
He may be trending up, but his ceiling is the floor of anybody else on that line.
He don't have no high ceiling.
No.
He constantly is getting hurt. Did you see him against the Raiders, dog? He played better, dog. They did a stunt when they were talking about Bass. He got no. I'm sorry, no.
Well, if you would have, I may do it when we get off of here. I may go to my receipts and pull up the timeline when I talked about Amir Richards being a damn good left tackle. I like that kick step for the preseason week 1, and everybody told me I didn't know ball and this, that, and the other. So maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. So maybe I'm not the best opinion for.
People done said that about me too, so they can kiss ass on that one though. So, all right, so we got. I'm gonna say 5 receivers, dog. You want to go with 6?
I don't care, honestly. You know what? You want to try 5? Let's go 6, and we'll see where we end up, and we can always burn one later.
Okay, let's go 6. So we'll go 6, and we'll take Brooks over Simi, right? Yep. So that was 7, and then you got 6. That's 13 so far. Okay. Now let's hit the tight ends. You said 3. I'm gonna go ahead and agree with you because of the situation. Because McEwen, I think he can go through practice squad.
They've never carried more than 3 on their game day active roster, and they had 4 on the roster a couple times, but one was an IR slot. Like carrying 4 in general, IR or whatever would be an anomaly for them.
Okay, so I'll go with you, and we'll go with 3. 3 tight ends. We'll have Hendershot, Ferguson, and Shoemaker. Those are going to be your 3 tight ends. Your receivers are going to be CeeDee Lamb, Brooks, Michael Gallup, Turpin, Jalen Tolbert, and we'll go Brooks temporarily until we see what we're looking like on defense. All right? So right there, you got 16 guys right there. All right? 16 guys right there, Mike. Now let's hit this offensive line. We know our 5. Biadasz,
21.
Tyler Smith, Tyron, Zach, and Terrence. So that's 21 right there, right?
Yep.
Now we're going. Well, let's go. I don't want to mention him first. Let's go. Richards.
In.
Right. Richards.
In. We're at 22.
TJ Bass.
In. 23.
Josh Ball's going to be an IR guy, so does he count?
No.
Okay, so he doesn't count. Well, let's go. We're going to put let's go on there because they're going to keep him.
Oh, fuck.
I know. That's some bullshit. Fair enough. He makes it.
Farniok, yeah, they're sweet on him.
They like him.
And they're worried about Biadasz making it through the season.
And plus, I don't. Austin just says Brock Hoffman. I'm not on Brock Hoffman. I'm not on Brock Hoffman. That's me. I'm not on Brock Hoffman. I'm not saying he makes the team. Right? You with me on that?
Yep. And we got to remember one of these guys we're cutting will end up on the practice squad. We might can do it with Farniok. Honestly, we can cut him and get him to the practice squad, and then bring him up when Tyron gets hurt. Not if, but when Tyron gets hurt.
Right, because nobody's going to pick him up. So we're going to go, 9 offensive linemen? Because we got, let's go. We got Richards, we got Bass, and we got Farniok. That's 4 right there. Who else is out there? I don't think Hoffman makes it.
I don't think their other lineman they're going to carry is on the team right now.
Yeah, I think they may pick him up.
Because what's different?
Schuma's not going to make the team.
What's different about this? They don't have the 70-man cutdowns anymore, and I always forget this. They go from 90 to 53. Boom.
One big cut.
And you can hear Mickey Spagnuolo. Well, if he was so good, why did he get cut? Well, shut the fuck up, Mickey. The fact is, some people are deeper at other positions than what you are, and they may have a promising rookie on the horizon, and somebody may have a bloated contract or whatever the case may be. And every single year, there's people that are available at these cutdowns that will genuinely help your team.
There's decent people waving now. So, Mike, do you think Chuma's gone? I do. Chuma's gone.
He'll make practice squad if they want to, if they even want to put him there.
Right. So we're going to go 9 offensive linemen?
I guess so.
Damn it, that seems like a lot.
It don't seem like a lot, it seems less. I mean, we got 5.
I know you're talking about 9. It's just my brain's always the backups like, damn, you got 9 guys. Oh, 5.
But yeah, it makes sense.
Because I didn't go 10 the other time. I'm just 9 because I feel like our defense, we got to keep people on defense.
The defense is where it's going to get tough, and I got a couple surprises for you.
Okay, good, because I want to hear your surprise. So we're going to go 9, right? We're going to go 9.
Yeah, 9. So now we're at 23 plus 9,
32.
No.
25.
32.
25 plus 9. Yeah, sorry.
It was at 16 plus 9, so it's 25. Yeah. No, I don't want no old ass Jason Peters.
We're at 25, Bubba. I did the starting offensive line and everything after that. We're at 25, so 25 plus 9.
So we're at 25 with our offense because our offense is done now, right? Right?
Yeah.
We touched everything.
Offense is done.
Okay. So we got 25 on offense. Let's hit this defense because that's the toughest part right here, especially this damn defensive line. So we know D-Law.
Yep.
We know Sam Williams.
Yep.
That's 2. This is just edge guys. Dorrance Armstrong Jr., Dante Fowler. Both make it?
Fowler's cut.
What?
What do you do? We can't carry 9 at every position.
I feel you. Listen. I feel you. I made a post and a tweet like 3 days ago. Do you keep Dante Fowler, who you know is not going to be on your team next year? You know he's not going to be on your team next year. Or Isaiah Lamb with the potential. That's why
That's who takes the spot. That's who takes the spot. Dude, what's stuck in my mind, what's stuck in my crawl.
I just feel like Fowler ain't getting cut, Mike.
I understand that, but Dan Quinn is smart.
How did Fowler play down the stretch last year?
Y'all not remember that? When he completely ran out of gas and couldn't move and was getting ran by and turned and flipped over and dump trucked. I mean, I understand the name, but a name's a name. Hell, if Fowler's still a name, then Thomas should still be a name. Earl Thomas should still be a name.
Yeah, but Fowler is not bad though, dog.
He was arguably the worst player on the defense down the stretch last year. He was terrible. Absolutely terrible. And you got this young promising guy with Isaiah Land.
I know you, but is Isaiah Land gonna get some real tick though?
I don't know.
Yeah, I would like to see. I would like to see. That's what I'm not.
They mad at you, Mike. They mad at you.
It's fine. Hey, they've been mad and wrong several times over. It's okay. They'll be back. I love you. I still love you. Thank you for stopping by. But they don't. Jerry may like Dorrance Armstrong, but Dan Quinn doesn't like how soft he is against the run. Now you can't cut him because he won't clear waivers, and they did put out some feelers for him last trade season, and nobody wanted him. So there's that.
What I'm saying is, Fowler has followed him though, Mike.
For sure.
Damn near everywhere.
For sure.
That's why I feel like he's not going to get cut.
You asked. I mean, I said it was a
surprise cut.
Okay.
I just think when you're going thick at these other positions that we have on here, when you're going thick at these positions,
this is going to be good because we'll remember this. Because if he does get cut, everybody come on here like, damn, Mike was right.
It's a pure numbers game, man. They're thick there. They like Dorrance, even though they've tried to trade him. They like Dorrance. They like his pass rush ability. They hate the way he plays the run. Fowler can't play the run. So
no.
Are you going to?
Neither can Armstrong, can he?
I understand that. So are you going to take the young guy that can't play the run, or the old guy that can't play the run?
You ain't getting no damn fit for no Dorrance Armstrong Jr.
No, maybe like a freaking 2029 seventh.
Yeah, it ain't. You're not getting no fit for Dorrance Armstrong Jr. Dog. That's not happening at all. So. All right, so I'm gonna keep Fowler. You're gonna get rid of Fowler, so we'll just keep that in mind. So,
hey, I can be outvoted on this, but I'll be right in the end.
Okay. I'll look at. We'll remember this. So D-Law, Sam Williams, Dorrance Armstrong Jr., Fowler is the uppity guy. So we're just gonna keep him to the side. Fejoko's making it because he's your draft pick, right?
Yeah,
He's making it.
they love him.
Michael
He's been good.
Michael Parsons is a rusher, so he's going to be put down as the edge guy. Isaiah Lane is going to make the squad, correct? You're going to put him on the 53?
I can't go that deep at that position. I'm going to try to get him in the practice squad.
Oh no!
I know. See, there's now we're back.
That's the game
now we're back to Fowler. Now we're back to Fowler and Armstrong.
Hey, I get you. But if you don't want to play that game with Hunter Luepke, do you think Fowler, if we cut Fowler, because don't they have the unlimited eligibility on veterans now? I think they do.
Oh yeah, they don't have to clear waivers.
Yeah, they don't. They can go back.
But I don't know. And if I'm gonna, you brought up Luepke, but it's like if I could keep Luepke over edge number 7, that's an easy decision for me, man. That's an easy decision. I don't care who the player is, honestly. I think that kid is really going to come in handy on what Mike McCarthy wants and Dak wants to do with this offense. And maybe recency bias on my part, but watching Dak be the OC and how involved Luepke got in that game and how he produced at the situations handed to him.
He don't look like he's gonna be won't cower.
No,
like he'll be ready for the.
So that's stuck in my brain, man. Because I knew Dak was sweet on him, but then when he's out there OCing and that dude gets that type of focus, and he made that dude, he basically took over that one drive. He got 3 catches and a touchdown on it,
and he had a crushing block on a pinnacle in the same series.
Right. Now, this is what Benjamin Robinson, because I love you, Benjamin. You've been coming with them facts. Says any player with less than 4 years has to clear waivers. More than 4, you don't.
Cool. I just don't,
dude. Honestly,
maybe they try to do that and cut Fowler and just to get him right back because he don't got to worry about clearing waivers because he's a vested veteran. Maybe they do that.
Yeah, that's. I'm just.
We're going to put Isaiah Land on that 53. We're putting Isaiah Land on that 53. So that's your other edge. That's another edge rusher right there is Isaiah Land. Now, here's the funny part. Your big man, Jonathan Hankins is making it. Mozzie Smith is making it. Osa Ogadazua is making it. Is Neville Gallimore?
Nope.
Now, some people been hating on me talking about Chauncey Golston's not going to make it. Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Chauncey Golston is making the
Is
squad.
I
had 2-3 people tell me, he is because Chauncey Golston has made Bohanna and Gallimore inactive in the playoffs because of Golston.
Yeah.
And he's a glue guy. Dan Quinn likes a glue guy. Chauncey Golston is not getting cut. He's a glue guy. He can play inside.
Neville and Bohanna are gone.
That's what I think. Because
and Alarcon while we're at it.
Yeah, I know Alarcon ain't making it. So Bohanna was the guy that I was like, I was going back and forth because what if the big man get hurt? What if Mozzie or Jonathan Hankins? But they'll slide Golston in that middle. And they got Osa and they play both of those guys in the middle.
Action has my point on he's picking up what I'm putting down on the preseason. Why is Fowler playing so much if his job ain't in jeopardy?
That's true. I'm just Fehoko is not no damn lock.
No, that kid's got some juice in him, man. I like the way he plays. He plays violent.
Yes, Trey, Tyrone. I'll put money on it. Golston's making the squad. Golston is making this team.
Dan Quinn loves him.
Sam Williams played a lot because it's his second year.
Yeah.
No, Bohanna and Gallimore are not your
And they're
best
not
run
they're not letting Micah or fucking Demarcus
hell?
Lawrence see the freaking preseason, man.
Come on, 808. Gallimore is not your best run stopper. That was preseason, bro, and I know it counts, but no.
Dude, Gallimore reminds me, he's just like that other damn OU fucking play light in the ass player we had. The hell was Collins?
Gallimore had enough chances.
Freaking Collins. They both play light in the ass. They're 300 pounds of play like they're 225.
Ooh, Killen said, what you got a dub on? What you got a dub on? Hey, Hoko making it? Because I'll tell you that. Make sure you pay my Cash App, though. Make sure you pay my Cash App. Put your Cash App up, too. Make sure you pay your Cash App. If you're saying Hoko, make it, because I want that 20. So, anyway. So, we're going to say Isaiah Lamb makes it. Gallimore and Bohanna are going to get cut. Does Bohanna go to the practice squad? I think they do.
I don't know who picks him up. I mean, somebody may. Because they'll see that big ass.
He put that weight back.
He got a big old that thing is stanging.
On. We got that bet. Fehoko, not Junior, not Villamoko Fehoko, the defensive lineman, Semi Fehoko, okay? Because Fehoko, the defensive man, he's gonna make the team. Fehoko, the offensive player, is not. So that's what we're doing. So we're both gonna go ahead and say Bohanna's gone, right? Gallimore's gone. We're keeping Isaiah Land.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying Fowler get cut. So if we're going that, if you say Fowler gets cut, we go D-Law, Sam Williams, Hankins, Mozzie, Osa, Chauncey, that's 6. Dorrance Armstrong, that's 7. Fehoko, that's 8. Micah Parsons is 9. And Isaiah Land is 10.
We're at 46.
All right, 46. Okay, then with the bet's off then. Because Vilma, I already said Fehoko, the defensive lineman, is making it, so the bet's off. I already said that. Nah, I don't think Bohanna's soft. I don't think he's soft. But I just feel like he was a 6th-round pick for a reason. That's what I feel. And that's the reason. So we're at, what, 46 you said?
Yep, by my count.
Okay. 46 or 36? Because we still got...
We just added 10 to the 36, Bubba.
Then we had 25 though, Mike.
Yeah.
So you add.
Hey! That's my bad. I was adding while you
I was like, what the hell is you talking about? Big
while you were talking. So we're at 30. We're at 38.
Oh, he said I got a dub on Fowler. I'm not going to take that bet with you because I feel like Fowler's going to make the team. That's Mike saying that. I'm not saying that, so I'm not taking that bet. Appreciate you, Queen Cowboy Sports, for the $20 holla. Just because I love y'all show, I want Luke. Hey ho! It's a $20 holla. So yeah, I can't take that bet with you, big dog, because I'm on that with you. I don't think Fowler's gonna get cut. That's just Mike saying that. So we got 10 right there, right? So we're at what? Did we say what? 35?
Yeah, we can call it 36 if you want, because we got 2 in there that are fungible.
That are kind of funny,
yeah.
Right?
We can call it 36 if you want, just for sake, just for the exercise's sake.
Just for the sake, 36. So the linebacker, we're going 4, right? We're going LVE, Damone Clark, Devin Harper, and Jabril Cox.
I don't think Cox makes the team.
I think he does because you don't got nobody else. Not because
I don't think they're line, but I don't think his spot is on the team right now. I don't think his slot. I don't think the linebacker they wanted his slot is on the team right now. That's my personal opinion.
See, I said Cox was going to get cut when Overshown was active.
Yeah,
I said Cox.
They don't like him. He can't. He can't play.
He hasn't done anything. He hasn't done anything, dog. He hasn't done anything.
Yeah, that's fine. That's gone. I'm not going to worry about a 4th round. I'm not going to worry about a 4th-string linebacker, dude. Like
he doesn't do anything in the game. Like if you put Cox in the game right now on a starting team because somebody got hurt,
blow his fucking doors off, dude.
No, they will abuse him.
Aaron Rodgers will do kickflips off that dude's forehead.
Dog, they will abuse him. They're gonna abuse him.
And my 4th, by the way, my 4th linebacker is Marquise Bell.
Malik. Okay, because I was talking about that too, because they're gonna move him down because they were already talking about
If
that.
you and
Shout out to Dwayne Brown for the $10 holla. Appreciate you. Go ahead.
yeah, and this that linebacker because I was joking about it the other day on Twitter. It's like the main defensive formation for this team is going to be edge, defensive tackle, linebacker, safety, DB, DB, DB.
We're going heavy safety, that's for sure. We're going heavy safety. I said we're going to have 6 safeties this year. So you're saying Cox is going to get cut?
Yes.
I would say it, but I just feel like, are they really going to do that for the depth? They're really going to trust the safety position?
He'll make practice squad.
He will make practice squad. I don't think he's done anything for anybody, unless they just, want to say potential.
Meanwhile,
he showed nothing.
If they cut Fred Warner's back up for San Francisco, I'll take him. I don't even know his name. I'll take him.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't believe in Cox any longer.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't believe in him any longer.
He's had time, dude. He's had time.
I mean, that's nothing big. They say they just waived Alec Lindstrom. We all knew that.
And freaking Harper was all over that dude was amazing Saturday, dude.
I said Harper. My dog boss Cowboy said about Harper last year, and then I started watching him, and I said he was going to be a surprise this year, and he's been a definite surprise. We'll see. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna agree with you on this with Cox. I think I don't know if they go 3 linebackers though, dog. I just don't believe it. I think they would just keep him there just because of depth.
Once again, they're gonna have 4
because it's gonna be Bell.
Right. So, but let's just say for argument's sake that Cox stays on. Okay. I know what you said though, to get cut. We can replay the show. Let's just say for argument's sake. So 35-4, that's 39. Okay. 39. Because I'm just going to keep Cox right there. Okay. Your corners. Gilmore, Diggs, Bland. 3. Eric Scott. Is this Josh Butler making? You said Kelvin Joseph's going to get cut. Really? And now understand where I'm not hating on that, picking him getting cut. But I thought he's played a little bit better, and he's special.
He lined up off sides, dude, as a DB. How in the hell did you do that?
They're not going to cut him just for that, dog.
But
I agree, but I just feel like they're not going to cut him now.
What, because sunk costs? They're just scared they don't want to cut their second round pick, even though they're not going to play him?
Yes.
You're going to put that dude on special teams, and it'll cost you another fucking game.
I'm just saying, you know that, Mike, though. You know that, Mike. You know that.
He should be cut.
He should be, but he's not. I think he makes it. Because that second round is still by his name. And he showed just a little bit of promise in those games, and that's what they're going to look at.
Tyrone's mistakes happen. His mistakes happen way too often.
Yeah.
Way too often. That dude, when he NFL blitz tackled the freaking return man when the ball was 20 yards away, what in the head? Did your brain just shut off? Did you just stop? Did you forget you were playing football? What happened? How the hell do you do that? How in the hell do you even do that, dude?
It's definitely no Kelvin Joseph slander because he's done absolutely nothing since he's been on the team. Absolutely nothing.
But cost us games.
There should be no Kelvin Joseph noise, period, about him doing anything with the team. This year, we were just talking about him. He was getting cooked up in practices. He was
a freaking target dummy they were using. Wide receiver, you need a confidence booster. What's your name? Hey, 71. 71. Oh, you're a left guard? Okay, you can still get open on him. Go right up Joseph real quick and get you a catch.
But let's keep it real. Who is traded for Kelvin Joseph, dog?
I did not want Randy Gregory back. Don't put those fucking words in my mouth. I laughed at him for fucking up the deal. I wasn't going to pay $70 million for a guy who's played 12 games in 5 seasons. Lost your damn mind. Don't put that on me. I never wanted that dude back.
And also, Kelvin Joseph is not getting traded for any picks. Nobody's trading for no freaking Kelvin Joseph. Nobody's giving up no picks for Kelvin Joseph.
They may
nowhere.
They may trade you like a used water cooler or something.
That's not happening. But I think they're keeping Kelvin Joseph just because. Okay, so I mentioned that kid Josh Butler. I thought he played pretty good, but he's not a draft pick, and Kelvin Joseph is. And I feel like, okay, so Nahshon Wright, he getting cut, right? Is Nahshon Wright making it?
No.
Nahshon Wright's getting cut.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
CJ Goodwin, is he making it?
That ties back into the Lukey thing.
How many special team spots are you going to designate for the 53?
And who's going to be your return man? Or punt gunner, gunner return man, because CJ Goodwin did all that. Personally, I would let Lukey run it. Let him be the gun. The dude. He's an absolute ox. He's not scared to hit nobody. I would give Lukey CJ Goodwin spot. I know he's not as fast. But he's,
I think the difference is negligible.
It's been how many years Goodwin's just been on this team, just taking a roster spot, just taking a roster spot. Now, granted, he's been really good
on special teams, but you're talking freaking 10, 15 snaps a game.
If that. When Lukey can run on your offense. And he can run on your goal. He can probably run on your freaking special teams unit on defense. Yeah, on the goal line. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But we got 3 right here. They're keeping Eric Scott because he's a draft pick. I don't give a hell what y'all talking about in the chat. 808 when you're talking about what's he going to add. He was a draft pick. They traded back to get him. So they're not cutting him. Okay, and it's his first year. So that's why he's making the damn team. And Butler, he has played good. Even though he was undrafted, he has played well. So all I'm saying is if they IR Nahshon Wright, right? You're going to keep Kelvin Joseph and you're going to keep Eric Scott because you're IR and Nahshon Wright. And then you got 5 cornerbacks. That's it. You need more than that. I know they got Jay Lou on the PUP, but he's not playing the first 4 games.
I don't think they'll pup him.
They're going to activate him?
I don't think they'll pup.
Dude, look what they did. Look what they did with Gallup. Look what they did with Gallup last year. Look what they did with Dak. Look what they did. These guys that they think can make it back within, the first 6 weeks of the season, they don't pup them because they think that little 2 weeks of walkthroughs during the week is going to get them ready for the game. Because you can practice when you're on the active roster versus on pup when you can't practice until you're activated.
Right.
Which is absolute bullshit.
If he's ready, he's on the team.
Yeah. So which makes Boss Van Gaff the odd man out. Back to my original point.
We'll see. I still think Kelvin Joseph may slide in there just because
they may let go of other dude because he has been getting cooked. Eric Scott. They may let go of him.
What? And I don't think so because they traded back in. They
I understand that.
I know. I just don't feel like they give up on him that early. He been getting cooked. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I feel like they're like, no, that's potential. That's a pick. We came back in there. We gave up a next year's pick for him. No, I don't think so.
And they with Lewis, he's got a contract. They gave him a contract. They've kept him around all this time. And what really, really sucks, man, that may be my most hard time. Bad luck. Was never given a fair shake player on this entire roster. Because we talked about it. They drafted him. Right. And then Size Queen Richard shows up, doesn't want to play. Takes it, makes him do jet sweeps and shit just to try to get any. Hell, he was a punt returner a couple times. Like, what are we doing, man? He's a slot corner. Let him go play slot corner. He was a first round talent that slipped in the draft because of off the field issues. And then you just fucked with him so much that he may be broken. But then
he ain't really have off the field issues. That was his girlfriend doing that fake ass shit.
I'm just saying as to why he fell.
Right. Okay.
As to why, because he wasn't invited to the combine. It's that type of situation. So,
And then Lewis has a new contract. I think, he's definitely staying. And the way this team approaches Pup, if they think that player will be ready, my personal opinion, just from understanding how the way things go around there, if Britt says that he's going to be ready in October, they won't Pup him. And he's going to be ready in October. Now, when in October? Like Gallup shouldn't have been back until Halloween. When he came back in game 4 or 5? That type of situation, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Right. So we had 39 with the linebackers. So we're going to go 40, 41, 42. Eric Scott 43. Kelvin Joseph. And Jordan Lewis 45.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
BJ
45.
Goodwin.
And the rest 45 and the rest is safeties.
The rest is safeties. So if we go 6 safeties, but damn, if we go 45 and 6 safeties, what? That's 51. Right?
Then you got
Aubrey, Anger.
Who am I missing? Who am I missing here? Who am I missing?
Because we're keeping all those safeties. Because we're keeping.
And they're going light. They're going light at running back. We can call it. If you want to call Lupke a running back, you can. But they're going light at running back. They're going to go 3. They're going to go 3, and they're going to go 3 tight end. We got our offensive linemen. They're going to have 2 active game day quarterbacks. We got Hurst, Kwamu, Hooker.
All 6 of those guys are making it.
Bell. Yeah, all 6 of them are in. Wanya
Thomas.
Tyler Coyle, do they go 7?
Hell no. Tyler Cole, hell no. He ain't this shit.
Oh, that's the thing. Oh, shit. Hey, that's the thing. Donovan Wilson's hurt right now.
That's right. Well, then
I haven't heard anything on that.
Neither have I. They've been quiet on that front.
They're not obviously not going to puppy.
No. Because they want to keep him on that roster.
So, does Sammy Fehoko sneak back onto the team?
Maybe because of special teams.
Did you put Turpin on?
Yep, Turpin's on there because he's my 5. We have 9 offensive linemen, the truth.
We got 9 offensive linemen.
9 offensive linemen.
Are we doing 2 kickers?
That's what I'm saying. Are we doing a long snapper?
Yes,
because I heard that they're doing a long snapper.
You know who I would have taught the long snap from day one?
Who?
Hunter.
I was about to say Lukey.
What makes you think he can't?
I agree. That's why I said Lukey. Because I think he can do it.
I think he can do it. Athletic fucking. That kid could probably kick extra points if you wanted him to. I mean, he's just a football player.
Hey, you keep going because I got to use the restroom right quick. You keep going.
I do too. I'm gonna burn one when you get back. So, Lukey's on, Anger's on, Aubrey's on.
We're there. Unless y'all see what that's 53. Unless y'all think we need something else. We got Butler, Mendel, no. Jordan Lewis is not going to be pup, so he's going to be active. Devin Harper's on. Arlecon's gone. Land's on. Oh yeah, the kicker's going to be a mess, man. We don't have a.
I'm just saying, I would have tried it. I don't know if he could even do it, but why not? When
the coach loves him, the quarterback loves him, the team loves him. I don't know why you wouldn't give it a shot unless they've been happy with the long snapping they've been getting from the position, which I haven't heard either way. So apparently, no news is good news on that front.
Well, we about to see. I think the names that are standing out for us are Gallimore, Bohanna, Kelvin Joseph, Simi Fehoko. Who's
Jabril Cox.
Jabril Cox was your surprise.
That's
cut.
our five. That's our 5 out, and our 5 in are the 2 offensive linemen, Lupke,
Fehoko, the other Fehoko, and Jalen Brooks.
Sound good?
Yeah, it sounds good to me. Did they just cut Gallimore? Tyrone says Gallimore's cut. Cox cut. See? Bam!
Oh, are they announced? I didn't think they were announcing anything, or is he just talking?
They're telling me right now. I don't know. Tyrone, are these official? Because they've been talking about, because Ben Bayuga got cut.
Oh yeah. See, they're not announcing anything till tomorrow. They're going to do it all at the same time.
Okay.
Probably about this time tomorrow night.
Okay.
Give or take.
Okay. Well. Okay.
I don't know who Ben Benegu is.
They brought him from the Colts. Colts.
I have literally no idea who that dude is.
They brought him from the Colts. He was like a second,
third
pick, something like
the
that.
The surprising cut is going to be either Fowler or Cox.
Fowler or Cox. That's your surprise.
The most surprising cut, so to say. I mean, because
I'm with you on Cox, but I just don't know if they do it because they're worried about their linebacker depth. But that surprise cut on Fowler. I now look, go back on my tweet, Mike, where I said, would you keep Fowler over Isaiah Land? Because Fowler ain't going to be there next year. He's not going to be there next year because of his age and those 1-year deals. Fowler will not be there next year.
Fowler doesn't have any more juice. I understand the name. I understand what he used to be. But you have this upside with Isaiah Land
when he can play next to Mozzie and Lawrence and Parsons and Odigizua.
And he's younger.
And there's the upside.
The upside is crazy. The upside is crazy. That's why you can't play with him.
Why? If it came down to cutting him or Dante Fowler, what do you do?
I'm keeping Isaiah Land because
that's what
it boils down to me.
This is the reason why, though, Mike, because this is what I said. He's younger. Fowler's older. You're not going to have Fowler next year. And I know this is all in season, but is Fowler making that much a difference for your all in season? I don't believe.
Dude, I just remember him.
And I like Dante Fowler.
I remember him. I loved the signing, but I just stuck in my head, man, him being flat-footed and out of fucking gas at the end of the year. They were doing backflips off his forehead, man. They could do whatever they wanted to do, especially in the run game. He can't set an edge. It almost looked like a watered down version of Robert Quinn, just pushing up right past assuming he even gets any push, and all the action goes right past him because all he's trying to do is get upfield, and his eyes are staring at the offensive tackle's chest instead of keeping them clear and figuring out where the run lanes are, what the actual play is. I don't think they can trade Dorrance Armstrong, and I don't think they will. They like him too much.
What are they going to get for Dorrance Armstrong Jr.? Nothing.
Maybe a 6. Maybe a 6.
Maybe. If Isaiah Simmons went for a 7th and he was overall 8th, what do you think Armstrong is getting? He's not going to get anything for you.
God, I would have taken that Simmons deal in a heartbeat, dude.
Yeah, I would have taken it.
I would have taken that in a fucking heartbeat. I do not like the New York Giants having a functional front office. Do not like it.
And Wink Martindale is going to use him for sure.
I hate the way that dude wears his hat. Nobody should wear their hat this high.
I know.
Nobody should wear their hat like this.
What you think about that weak kid? He's going to go to practice squad, but do you think he has any potential?
I haven't watched him enough to give an honest opinion on that.
Me neither.
And I don't want to talk out of my ass.
He's got a little bit of potential that I've seen, so I just think he's practice squad guy. But that's it for us. You can go back and rewind the tape. But the surprise cuts are on the defense from my guy Mike. Well, we know Neville Gallimore. We both agreed on that. We both feel like Bohanna's going to get cut. Surprise cut is Dante Fowler from Mike, and I'm leaning toward that way because I already mentioned on Twitter, who would you keep, Isaiah Land or Dante Fowler? So if we feel like it's between who you keeping, I would keep Isaiah Land over Fowler, even though he's a vet, but I need potential, and Fowler ain't going to be in the league that much longer. Isaiah Land could be. So I agree with you with that. Then you said Kelvin Joseph get cuts. I think he makes it just because special teams, and I feel like he's played better. And he's that second round pick still sticks with him, and I feel like Cowboys just don't let him.
I think the hotter takes. I think he'd clear waivers.
What, Hunter?
No.
Who you say?
Hunter wouldn't clear waivers. Boss man.
Who'd you say?
Boss man clear waivers.
He probably would, because he ain't did nothing.
Nobody wants to bring that headache. Nobody wants to bring that headache on.
Yeah, I understand that. We're going to see. It's going to be interesting. Who was our surprise cuts on offense? Nobody really, right? What do we have? Do we have anybody surprised? I said you need a cut. Well, let's go. They won't do it. For Helko or Brooks ain't no surprise.
Hey, how about we make the surprise cut Cooper Rush, because it's been awful quiet.
Yes, let's put the surprise cut Cooper Rush. They keep Will Grier over Cooper Rush. That's what me and Mike are saying right here.
That's what I would do. What I would do.
Mike has been on Grier. I have been right there with Grier, but I said I just don't like that goofy decision making at the end. But
he gives you something. We've seen Cooper Rush.
Yes, he gives you more than Cooper Rush. He does. He absolutely does.
I said it several times for people who are new around here.
Absolutely does.
I love Will Grier coming out of the draft, and it's not because he was good. It's because he had the confidence of Patrick Mahomes
with the arm talent of Mitchell Trubisky. That man thinks he can make any freaking throw on the field at any given time.
And plus, that man was crying.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
crying. And Dak said, I love, like, they got a relationship, so he may have did enough, dog. You never know, because here's the thing. They're only going to go by what Cooper Rush did last year, right? They're only going to go on that. But if you look at if Dak got hurt, who can move that offense? Even though we saw Cooper Rush do it last year, we can't sit there and say Will Grier couldn't move that offense in the regular season. I believe he could.
I tell you what, if I'm sitting here and I'm Washington, Atlanta, Miami, Carolina, Arizona, Seattle, San Francisco, not Chicago, the Jets, New York Giants, Detroit. Why don't you call the Cowboys to see if they want to, take this 6th round pick for Will Grier?
Yeah. So that's going to be our surprise cut, Cooper Rush.
With the way recency bias works in the NFL.
And ain't nobody picking up no Cooper Rush, dog.
No.
It ain't like they can't cut him. They can bring him back. Nobody's
he cleared waivers. He cleared waivers twice last year.
Twice. You can cut him and keep Will Grier, because if you got that squad of Grier and Trey Lance, don't you feel a little better? Because even with Cooper Rush on the squad, he didn't inspire confidence. He just inspired, well, you won some games last year. That's it.
Well, here's a little nugget, little parting nugget for y'all sticking out for us for, an hour and a half. Dak Prescott fronted the bill for Will Grier to work at Tom House. Fronted the bill. Paid for it. When you have an upside quarterback there, I don't get it. I don't get it, especially when you see the way I watched him run and pick up a 3rd and 18. I don't think Cooper Rush has ever converted anything over 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6 might as well be 9 Mile Bridge to him. He looks down that and it looks like the damn when Wile E. Coyote runs off the cliff and his damn eyes go. Ooh, that's what Cooper Rush sees on 3rd and long. And I think it's odd. I know they're announcing all their cuts tomorrow. I think it's extremely odd that they announced that they were going to cut him before that game. And then he has the performance he has. And it goes radio silence. I just think it's odd
I feel like they're having conversations. Like, do we really want to cut him now? They're having conversations.
They honestly should.
They're having. They got to have conversations. Like, hold up, do we really want to cut him now?
That's responsible.
That's responsible.
That's what a good front office should
You're
do.
trying to put your best player. You can't go by what happened last year. Are we right, Mike? We can't go by.
Yeah.
We don't know if he'll do that again this year.
What have I been talking about on Greer since day one? He's the best backup possible in this situation because he's mobile.
He's mobile.
You do not want a statue, and we saw it.
You just got Trey Lance because you wanted a mobile quarterback. You had Ben DiNucci because he was mobile.
You know what Will Greer is?
Yeah.
He's Trey Lance with an actual sample size. He's actually played in the NFL. He actually played in college. That dude had West Virginia turning up. They were playing Country Road, Take Me Home. I know I'm biased there with Will Greer, but
I agree with you though.
What do you see in Cooper Rush if you keep him over Will Greer? Honestly,
nothing. You just see the only thing we're going on is last year. That's the only reason why you would take Cooper Rush over him. Let's keep it real, Mike. Right? It's because of last year. Because before he came in, we all thought we was losing every game with Cooper Rush last year, didn't we?
Yeah. And they ended up playing dog shit teams. The defense turned out was getting the defense scored more points than the damn offense.
And running game because we only averaged 198 yards passing. We were the worst offensive team.
And if it was a third down, we knew we were punting.
Yeah. Well, hey man, another great show. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Chat was booming today. Mike brings them. You see this is a
fun one, man. This
was a good one. This was a
tomorrow's gonna be interesting as all hell, man.
Yeah, oh man, we're gonna be watching.
I may have to hook up with you later this week on.
We might have to do a quick revise.
I'll do it from the truck on my lunch break. I'll bring my headphones with me. Cool. We maybe do one Wednesday, pop in an hour or something like that for after roster cuts down.
Cool. We'll just do like a half-hour quick roster cut show and see if who was right, was we right, and how much do we match it. So make sure y'all stay tuned. I appreciate everybody in the chat. We was booming in the chat. I told you Mike brings them. Appreciate everybody. I can't mention everybody in here, but I appreciate everybody that was in the chat. Great time, great show. We went in. I'm gonna probably post our surprise cuts on our Twitter, so make sure you go look at that. You got any last words before we get off here, Mike?
Hunter makes a team. Cox doesn't. Love y'all.
There it is. Hey, I appreciate you, big dog. Another great show, man. Got mad love for you. Love you like no other dog. We're going to be doing our thing. We'll probably do a little show during this week with the after cuts. Just try to get y'all, kind of match our, a little quick here to match y'all up. But always be prepared for Mondays on Burgers and Blitzes. That's my guy, Mike White. As usual, I appreciate you, dog, bringing that fire and that heat like you always do. You have a good night. And I'm going to be talking to you soon. I'm going to say my last words, but I'll be talking to you soon, big dog. Appreciate you.
Thank y'all.
All right. Peace.
Hey.
My dog, Mike White. Appreciate y'all, man. We're gonna do a show, like I said, during the week to see the matchup, who was cut, who wasn't, to kind of look at it. I'm gonna post on Twitter, our surprise cuts, our surprise thoughts. Hey, everybody has an opinion on it. I don't hate on nobody's opinion. Everybody has an opinion on it, but we said our opinion on it. Hey, you say your opinion on it. Let's see what happens. It's a lot of different talk on here because this is one of the hardest 53-man cuts in a long time, it seems. So we're going to see what actually happens. It's going to be very interesting, but there will be some surprise people, especially on defense. They need to cut Matt Let's go for real, but there's going to be some surprise cuts on defense, and we'll talk about that this week. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for the final word. That's going to be explosive. We're going to talk a lot about that Trey Lance trade, what it means to Dak Prescott. We'll probably go over a little bit of the 53 as usual and talk more Cowboys football. Got a great surprise show coming up on Thursday, so please make sure you check in, check out. Got a new show that's coming up every Thursday. It's going to be the bomb. I think you're going to like it. we're going to hit that. I'm going to promote more of it Wednesday. We'll get the thumbnail out there and you'll be able to see. And then, as you know, Saturday, Best of Enemies show podcast. Make sure Cowboys fans are always deeper than them Eagles, so we go deep in there. Really appreciate you guys. Actually, you funny as hell. I appreciate y'all, the support, the love. It was a great day. Appreciate you, Dwayne Brown, for the holla. Appreciate you, Queen Sports, for the holla. Thank you for the donations. Appreciate all you guys. I can't say appreciate y'all enough because I really love you guys. I love how you guys are in the chat. I love your comments. I love our good back and forth. I think I got one of the best chats out there, man. You guys are real. I really love you guys from the bottom of my heart, even though I don't know all you people. I just love how we just have good talks and times. And I just want to tell y'all salutes and thank you. And get ready for the final word tomorrow. Make sure y'all deep up in the building. And let's go get it. Let's get this 6, man. We tired of talking about it. It's time to get this 6, baby. So let's do it. All right. All right, 808. You my dog. I appreciate you. But I'll be talking to y'all soon. Big Game James. Out. Peace.